Hello friends, welcome back to this playthrough of Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. Turns out our audio issues were just RetroArch. We're on MGBA now, and it actually sounds pretty good. I had to convert the save file over, but the sound sounds like sound. So that's neat. Last time, we don't have an X and Y menu. That's cool. Let's figure out if we can figure out how to do that. Apparently those weren't things on Game Boy Advance, and these are just shortcuts on other emulators. Boy, that's fun. Yep, we're gonna have to learn how to access the save. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. Okay, we're gonna send some stuff to the supply. We're gonna grab out another rapier. We're gonna give hers away. Tana, Yep, no heavy spears for you. You can have an iron lance, though. Ross does not want an axe reaver. He's probably running out of uses of his hatchet as well. Arthur. Give him a shine tome. I kind of like Seth having access to all these things, although he doesn't really need the silver sword. He's just kind of good with his, I guess he does need the silver sword. Seth will just have overpowered stuff, why not? Franz. He's gonna hold on to that Knight's Crest. We're gonna buy some silver lances. Or not some silver lances, that's dumb. Weight 13 on steel lances for 3 extra might. Not really worth it. Hello, selling us hammers. That is Armor Slayer for Ross. The shop will sell us a Flex Tome, which we don't have anyone that can use it. It'll sell us a chest key, in case you don't have a lockpicker. We do have an unlock staff, though, for Molder. We'll get one for Natasha, just in case. I don't think this map does the asshole thing to you, but just in case it does. Okay, Tana Ross. Arthur's good. Arthur's going to keep that guiding ring because he's going to end up using it unless Mulder hits level 10. And then Arthur gets to wait. Seth is good to go. Franz will be using that Night Crest whenever we get around to it. No real reason to have Slim Lances right now. I guess we can, well... He'll take a full Iron Lance and someone who has space. Can take the two lowest ones. He won't get into that many fights if he's even still being used. Go ahead and take a Mend and an Unlock. Mulder. Oh, I know as soon as I give that Vulnerary up, he's gonna want a Vulnerary. Spam Torch for staff levels, but we're just not going to take the unlock staves unless we need them on a map. We're going to give some stat boosters away at some point. We have 2 times 7 HP. We have attack stat by 2 because this game uses magic for magic users and strength for strength users. There are no hybrids. No one that can use magic can use weapons. No one that can use weapons can use magic. Secret Book gives 2 skill. Dragon Shields 2 defense. Orion's Bolt will level an archer. We can sell that if we ever need money. The Elysian Whip is going to go to one of our Pegasus Knights, whichever one we decide to promote. And the Ocean Seal is going to go on our little pirate friend. Not you. Amelia, boy, oh boy, oh boy. So she's bad. Like, bad. We'll see how she does, but Kyle is just being used to hold some crap weapons forward. He's also just gonna hold things that aren't at full durability. Joshua's gonna hold some swords that aren't at full durability, and Amy's gonna hold all our bows. Although we might actually get a bow user soon, so just in case he doesn't have a bow. Garcia is going to hold axe type weapons we're not using. Colm's going to be Colm. If I was a Ross, where would I be? He's level 11. Franz is 15. Franz will probably use that Night Crest by the end of the next map. Erika's got a few maps to go before promoting. She's 12. If she's 15-ish by the time we get there, that's a win for us. Seth is already promoted. So Vanessa versus Tana. Vanessa, 7 strength right now at level 12. Tana, 7 strength at level 5. Her defense and res 6-8. Vanessa's 10-14. So Tana is about 4 to 5 levels worth of skill ups behind, and 7 levels behind. So it's actually going to be very close which one is good and which one's the best and which one's benched. We do have some flex spots. The problem is another Elysian Whip is, I think, has to be purchased many chapters from now. Which means we could just promote Vanessa and let Tana see how she does unpromoted and low level. That's kind of mean. Tana / Vanessa is better than anyone else we could really bring, though. Joshua would be good if he wasn't essentially Erika but can't use rapiers. Or Erika but can't use... can he use rapiers? I don't know. Erika's force deployed and a sword user. But Seth is using his sword more often than his lance because we do need another sword user. It's just really hard to justify Joshua, who's in most playthroughs like the big heck yeah, look at his stats, come from his killer edge, which we can just give to our sword users when we want them to use swords. And then if we want a lance user on a horse, we have Franz. And if we want a lance user in the air, we have 2 lance-locked characters where Franz and Seth can both use swords. So, it's just one of those things. Oh, we do also have one more thing to do. There's an Elfire. And let's hit the next level. Carcinio has betrayed Frelia and joined forces with Grotto. The troops stop Prince Ines, blocking his way to Johanna. With soldiers occupying the road forward and back, he is trapped. He is also a pre-promote sniper, and he's real good at his job of sniping things. So, like, it's sort of a, am I trapped in the room with you, or are you trapped in the room with me sort of thing, except he will eventually die. The Sunstone. I'm naming you all after stones because that's the theme of this game. Or stones. I like how this guy is just flat out lying to Glenn. She was a woman of great kindness. Glenn knows what's up. Meanwhile, this dickhead. If you didn't know that Valter was pretty evil before, you sort of know that Valter's pretty evil now. Or still pretty much the same amount of evil. So remember how we've been saying we don't have a full roster yet, so we can take whoever? Meet the 3 characters that make up the rest of our roster. Here's Inez, Garrick, and Tethys. What's the worst news? We're gonna have to use these weapons again. I've always lived the melodrama of martyrdom. You've already fired us. You can't fire us again. Hello, friends. Let's look at the map. There's some important stuff. Like this arena, which we probably don't even have to use. Pay no attention to anything Tethys does. Her stats are totally irrelevant forever. We've got Pablo up here, looking all smug and evil-like. Boy, do we have some ballistas. Those are fun. Those are going to make life hell on our Pegasus riders. They count as bows, I believe, in this game. Some games they do, some games they don't. There's some houses. At least a couple of those are going to be important. We're going to parse through this list and see if there's anything interesting. Hey, there's a Marissa. She is Joshua, but a female. She comes with a Shamshir, which is a Killing Edge, but different. We got some crap soldiers over here. Some Handaxi bandits. It's a sleep staff. Boy, is that fun. It's going to put us to sleep. We're going to carry some restore staves and hope that he doesn't target the person with the restore stave. Pablo's going to drop a guiding ring for us. Boy, when I press the down button, it goes down many, many times. We got a door key for that door, so we don't have to bring our thief. We're going to get a Lance Reaver to drop. That is the sword equivalent of the Axe Reaver. It reverses the weapon triangle. Sword now beats that sword, beats Lance. Axe beats that sword. So you want to axe the Lance Reaver guy some questions. We have a mage with fire. A mage with fire. And a stealable red gem. If we care about money, we can bring a thief. We have a killer axe on this guy. It's important we remember that. And by important, I mean I will totally forget, and then as I am attacking him, go, wait, he has a killer axe. There are a crap load of guys down here. And one girl. Their portraits are so cute. On our side, we have level 1 Enos. He has a silver bow. He has an A rank in bows, which means he can use them all. His stats are like pretty good for a level 1 pre-promote. I think the pre-promote level 1s in this game have a better stat growth than normal units do, so that's kind of fun too. We have Tethys. She's a dancer. She dances. She has no weapon skills. If she looks at someone, snaps her fingers, does a little shimmy, and they get an extra turn. It would, if these things are standing in places for Ines to kill them, let Ines kill a whole bunch of things. And then Garrick. He can be a hero. He's going to come with the item that could let him be a hero. Also, Joshua or Marissa can use it. Fighters can use it as well if you took your Ross up that path, or you're using Garcia. But, let's go save. Let's go save our buddies. The big question is, do we bring Amelia? And I think the answer is going to be no. She's level 1. She has stats. They're not even good enough to be bad stats. The big question is, who can recruit Marissa? And the answer to that is anybody. She's not good. Essentially, you just give her a sword to Erika, and Erika has a fun killing. Erika has all like the off-brand weapons. But all three of these dinglings in green are going to be our dinglings. The game wants us to take Colm, and I think I'm gonna take Colm. If he doesn't do anything, he doesn't do anything. He likely won't do anything. In fact, yep, he's starting all the way in the back. Our fast things are going to start in the front because what we want to do is get as many people into this mess as we can, so we can recruit before these guys decide to go sacrifice themselves on the wall of silly down here. Our game plan is hit here, shore up our defenses as stuff pours up at us, and then eventually we come up here. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least one or two interesting things in these houses. Also, I lied. We're gonna arena We're going to see if Amelia can last a single turn in the arena. And if she can, then we'll bring her. And if she can't, then she dies. And I'm okay with that. So here we go. You'll notice these things have terrible stats, which is fortunate because we're running Tana face first into as much stuff as we can. Thankfully, she's going to have backup. Weapon triangle. His silver sword is not one-shotting things, which makes it hard to use a silver sword. Also, at this point, Seth is now a full combat member of our party. He's only effectively a couple levels higher than everyone. We're all getting to that let's promote before too long stage. Meanwhile, everyone else... I know you tend to maybe want the infantry in the front, so they everyone gets there sort of at the same time. That's incorrect. You absolutely 100% don't want Amelia standing here. You also want the cavalry in front, so they can just get to where they're going without having to worry. Okay, Amelia should not stand here. She can stand in line with everyone else. Guess there's a revolt going on. And there's Klimt, who looks exactly like the Emperor does. Or very much similar to the Emperor. Yay, sprite reuse. Klimt really wants to help, but he won't die if he does, so... Okay, Tana. Please get stats. Okay, those are good stats. I didn't even specify good stats. Every time I see Franz's damage, I think, man, if he were promoted, he would be one-shotting these and saving a lot of weapon skill, or a lot of weapon uses. Oh no, it did 2 damage. They give these things absolutely crap stats, by the way. You're supposed to be able to make it over here and save your friends. Ines, however, is going to steal some kills from us, and there's really nothing we can do about that unless we kill everything turn 1, or... there was more to that sentence, but I thought Tana could go over walls, and she can't. She cannot go over those walls in specific. Okay, meet the wall that is going to stop anyone going to the right side of the screen from getting through. I'm talking about the horses, not Gilliam. I'm used to seeing Garrick and Enos actually run to the south to do their stuff, so that they haven't yet is nice. Oh, Franz, could you just have one higher strength? Way to go, Slim Sword Guy. You really showed him who's boss. Made him use a weapon on you. Nice try. See what I mean about Garrick? Garrick, by the way, is a dumb. And Enos is taking our XP. So we'll put a stop to that. What's up, brother? And if we talk to Garrick. He joins us. Unfortunately, he only has a steel blade to work with. Fortunately, he's pretty good with a steel blade. Hellfire will one-shot things, and is therefore good. On attacking. On defense, we still want... He had a killer axe, and he instead opted to throw a hand axe. Good wins because evil is dumb. Is Mulder the Boulder. I would really like to go there and talk to her. You can rescue drop people on this map, and we might be rescue dropping Garrick over here to talk to Marissa. Then again, I don't care enough about that, and Marissa is nowhere close to us, and we have XP to potentially get. And we have an Amelia that's walking very slowly. You have a door key. You do have a door key. Marissa the Crimson Flash. She's a beauty as long as you don't tell her that. If there was anything close to Tana, that could hit her. This might be dangerous. But there's not. That would be dumb. Unfortunately, Garrick has to move down first. I do not feel bad about using the Silver Bow on Ines. He is going to be, outside of Garrick's promotion, our only bow user. Oh no, we wasted Garrick's turn. Whatever will we do? Spin, 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 spin. Back to the fight. Hello. I would like to be healed. Welcome to the rest of this map. Garrick, Inez, Tethys, and Lute, and maybe Tana will be holding off this side of the map. Everyone else will be doing stuff on the other side of the map. You'll see a lot of axe users over here. Just a lot of axe users. Unfortunately for them, they're all up in the mountains currently. Also, anyone that needs XP, should be fighting all the low-level mooks down here. Gilliam's still just here because he's here. His replacement's standing right over there. Amelia's here because I hate everything. And I want Vanessa and Tana to both be good. Statistically speaking, one of them won't be. Seth is gonna Seth this wall. Anything that comes over this wall is gonna get Sethed. Erika can't one-shot with the rapier, so we're just gonna use the iron sword. She is fast. She is Myrmidian level sword lord right now. And Ross can take the door. Please have one inventory space available, Ross. That's all I ask of you right now. Thank you. And Natasha looks around in vain for someone that has taken damage. Such is the life of a healer in this army. Meanwhile, Garrick's gonna just hop around and hit stuff. What a dick that archer is. We're gonna have to go kill him next. Ah, look at his damage. It's 1 off. That's not 1 off, though. He has a cool block animation. I really love this era of Fire Emblem sprites. I love the 16-bit stuff. Okay, we have 1 archer left to worry about. He has a steel bow, not a longbow, which means Tana should be fine to do anything she wants, wherever she wants. Boy, Gilliam is bad. That would leave that guy at 12. Sure. I mean, really doesn't help that we're running him into that weapon triangle disadvantages over here. But we can't really get him to the other side too easy. Okay, try not to die here. Tana. Girl, I'm struggling here with you. And Amelia is 8 million miles away from that kill. Strength, speed, defense, resistance. Yeah, okay, that's literally every good stat. That guy was a bit hardier of a bandit than the other bandits were. Tana's taken damage though, so Natasha can do something. I assume her name's actually Tana, but... ...19 damage on Lightning, 21 damage on Shine. Shine is very slow. Also, this is Lance Reaver guy. I don't know what the point of hiding him behind a door was. I think if Ross opens the door, shenanigans ensue. So, shenanigans can ensue. Okay. Pink hair girl, purple hair girl, whatever hair girl you want to call that, is here. Garrick is here. We don't want her to kill Garrick or to kill herself on Garrick. It's the only rule of this map if we want her in our party. I'm not saying we do, but if we do, there is a rule. Vanessa softens the guy up. Okay, if 10 more things can attack Garrick, Garrick might die. Garrick, that is a terrible level up. You don't even really need good levels. You just need to not have bad levels, and that was a bad one. No, 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 please, what the heck? Thank you very much. The amount of terrible that could have been is pretty high. Okay, the positioning we're going to have to do here is this. It is thankfully not convoluted in the slightest. The big problem is okay, we should actually be fine. Garrick kills a guy. Tethys dances for Garrick. See, tell me that's not a great spray right there. Garrick talks to Marissa. And Marissa kills a priest. No, Marissa kills... Marissa takes a weapon she can't use, and we feel bad about it. Hey, Tana can double that guy. Okay, Tana, good stats. Good stats this time. Okay, that's good. I'll take that. I will take that. Level 12, level 13, level... I don't care. Too high level, just right of a level. All we have to hope is that someone on the west doesn't die because I'm dumb. The guy should attack Marissa, though, and he should not be able to one around her, and she will not counter kill him. He could also attack Tethys, but I don't think he will. Erika showing why she's the best sword fighter in the game. Yeah, she's really not. She's getting good levels. Who's taking damage? Nobody. Gilliam has taken damage. Hello, bandits. I see you up there. Please come down here where Seth can kill you. Okay. Don't kill Tethys. Guy, why? Meanwhile, guys on ballistas are gonna attempt to hit things. Oh, hello, friends. Hey, Garrick. How about you two trade weapons? Why neither of you can use the weapon that you traded with? Makes me wonder. Does your equipment say female only? Question mark? Gots to be female only, because Garrick should be able to use it otherwise. Okay, Pegasus Raiders. Moving Ines to the catapult would be fun, however. Or the ballista would be fun, however, he would die. The Pegasus Knights would fly over there and be like, hello, hello, hello. So we're going to have a very interesting defensive line with a little girl and a girl with a sword protecting a girl and an old man. Way to go, team girls doing stuff. Meanwhile, on javelins, I have them. We proceed to miss javelins. Javelins, I have them. Seriously, Vanessa, your speed is that bad now? No, your speed is 19. I guess it just doesn't show that you would double if you don't have the ability to double. Erika thanks you for the kill. Her bloodlust needs targets. We just really want stuff to happen. Pictured stuff not really happening. Would we like to save Shamshire uses? Absolutely. Are we gonna save Shamshire uses? Nope. The worst possible thing for us would be if that other Pegasus Knight is in range. It, however, is. That's bad. Well, friends, we recruited Marissa, and then she died. That's the story of Marissa. This is the story of why Pegasus Knights don't want to be anywhere near guys with bows. Could I give Ines a non-silver bow? I could. Am I going to? Nope. One thing you'll notice about Pegasus Knights, they tend to be fast and they tend to have pretty high resistance. Another thing to notice about Pegasus Knights is that L fire can still kill them. I feel bad about Marissa dying, but I don't want to replay this map to not have Marissa die. Previously on I Have Javelins, I had Javelins. Currently on I Have Javelins, I still have Javelins. Tana already probably better than Vanessa. That's how it kind of works out. Tana's stats are just better. She has better growths. She will be better. Did you know that rapiers are horse slayers? They are. Also, if Garrick or Marissa were going to die, it's better it's Marissa. This is not a perfect run-through of this game. Garrick is on our team at some point. Still just kind of waiting for stuff to happen. Yep. Crit. Such a pretty crit. Skill speed. Oh god, Franz, are you stat capped? Are we in the stat cap era of pre-promote or of non-promoted units at this point? I feel like we might start getting there soon. Also, please enjoy my English. Erika, why do you not have one more strength than you have? Ooh, that guy has a bow. No whammies? Thank goodness. Oh, totally didn't realize he was like that. Okay, he's now equipped with his bow. Which means... piss off, guy. Also, that would have reset the run had he hit, and we may be in an alternate timeline where Marissa gets saved. Tana, you're still kind of a Pegasus Knight. Okay. I'll start the Garrick train. Tethys needs to do something every turn just so her level go up. The only way she gets XP is 10 XP for dancing and 1 XP for someone attempting to hit her. Hey, something finally attacked Seth. very specific, they're very intentionally not going to visit any of these houses right now. We're gonna maybe lure something that's not the boss down here. Maybe. Maybe. Please. The level 1 trainees yearn for the mines. Molder, just in case. As much as I like this, I need to probably turn her dances off at some point. Still can't get our flyers anywhere close to those guys. Are you out of shots? I don't know because it doesn't actually say. If a ballista's out of shots, he can just walk right up to it. I mean, they're archers anyway. Everything but strength. That's cool, I suppose. Okay, you gonna shoot anyone, ballista? You are. Nice job. A+. Ross is still only level 12. Goodbye, ballista. And we got a longbow. That's gonna be used on someone. Get this gun, dance, 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 dance. I like how it brightens the sprites slightly so you know they can be used again. Okay. Let's visit some houses. I wouldn't want Inez as an enemy. I would love to help Klimt. Where is he? Is he here? Nope. One of the reinforcements apparently had a talisman. My favorite part about these notes is, I want to stress, if Marissa accidentally dies, just keep playing the chapter, as she is a terrible unit and will not ever replace any characters you're using. Pablo has a divine tome. We would like to use an elemental mage to kill him. We're gonna wait one turn for Ross to be good. We're gonna Seth him to death. That 1% crit is the scariest thing in the game. Sure, Seth, whatever. Seth gets a guiding ring that he will send to the caravan. And now, we end the map. Okay, before we seize, we've got a few things to do. We partied around with the arena a little bit. We did some stuff. We're gonna use some promotion items. We're gonna use some stat boosters. First up, Erika's got basically nothing for HP. So she's gonna eat an angelic robe. She's can't seize, I guess, after she uses it, so. Enos, he'll get some equipment after this map's done. Franz, he went ahead and, I mean, he was almost there anyway. He capped strength and speed. His defense is kind of bad, however. We can fix that a little bit. Either make him a Great Knight or a Paladin. I think the answer is always Paladin. Having another axe user wouldn't be the worst thing. I'm trying to see if I can remember the stats if I have it written down. I think I always just go Paladin. Strength. Great Knight by 3, skill Paladin by 2, speed is equal, defense Great Knight significantly higher, resistance the same, constitution Great Knight is higher, movement Paladin is higher, HP is the same. I think we want the 8 movement over the slightly higher strength. Also, swords and lances are good. We won't have the ability to pick up axes, but we're gonna solve that with another character. Congratulations, Franz. Please enjoy that 2 defense and 1 resistance you pick up. In the battle of our Pegasus Knights, who gets the first promotion item? Tana, 18 strength, 20 speed, 10 def, 14 resist. Vanessa, also capped speed. She has no strength to speak of, but 14-19 versus 10-14. She takes a lot less damage. The problem is, that's a 10 strength difference. Tana just wins on that front. Like, I wish that wasn't necessarily the case. I wish it was a closer fight. It's not. As to what we promote to, Falcon Knights get swords and lances. Waver Knights only get lances, but they do get the Pierce skill. I think Waver Knight is always the best choice. That gives you a much higher constitution bonus. It lets you use steel lances and, I believe, killer lances. with no penalty. Falcon Knights picking up swords, just not a huge difference. Like, I'd rather just be lance locked. You still have your 2-range weapon. You still have your good 1-range weapons. You get a Slayer. You get a killer weapon. You get a triangle reverse weapon. Swords don't really give you anything other than we don't have a disadvantage against axe users, and quite honestly, axe users kind of suck unless they are god tier pirates. 10 is also going to eat an angelic rope. But you can't do that this turn. Seth is Seth. Garrick. His 20 strength, 20 skill, 17 speed is pretty good. His resistance is what you expect from a non-Pegasus Knight, non-Paladin. They tend to have higher resists. Most characters have absolute garbage for resistance. If he eats the Hero Crest, he can become either a hero or a ranger. He can use swords and axes, or swords and bows. He would gain a horse, I think. However, a sword plus axe is better. We're using Ross, so we do have an axe user. However, the downside with Ranger is that while they have a horse, if you're on a bow, you won't auto-swap over to your sword if you're attacked. Whereas, if you're equipped with the hand axe, you can still swing a hand axe at someone's face in melee combat. So the answer is hero. Had Garrick not been doing anything in the arena, he would have promoted probably the next map anyway. Those are some pretty solid level ups, and he can now use hand axes. Ross, he only capped strength, but boy is he pretty good. There's only one choice for Ross. That is to be the only user of an Ocean Seal this run, in which he becomes a he becomes a Berserker. He'll be locked to axes forever, however, he is going to crit. He's going to crit a lot. He's going to look stylish doing it. He's going to axe all of the questions and get a bunch of corpses as an answer. Tethys. Yep, she doesn't fight. Loot is level 16. Her stats are good. We don't get another guiding ring for 4 more chapters. She will join Arthur, who already ate one of them as a sage. Arthur did it because I needed someone else to use staves. I don't know why Mulder is currently standing there used. Speaking of Mulder, he gets to use the second guiding ring and become a bishop. We're going to have 2 sages. He can be a bishop because of the monster killing ability he'll have. He is going to primarily be spamming staves, but he does have the ability to do a little bit more than that. This is to give him some amount of offense whatsoever. Vanessa is still going to see a bunch of use. Loot is still going to see a bunch of use, even if they're currently not on team. Look at us, we're promoted. Tethys does never promote. She will just be a dancer forever. Erika will force promote. And it's bad news for anyone down here. Yeah, Amelia, it turns out she's just not good at all. She's just real bad. Like, you can... When you beat the game twice and do both Erika and Ephraim's route, if you started the game a third time, they have access to a class that's just the better version of their trainee class, and they can infinitely level and can cap all their stats, and then they're actually good. Amelia and another character we're going to see. Until then, Ross, the only one you get early on in the game, and one of two choices for Berserker, and will likely always be the better choice, is a fantastic character, and the other two, represented by this little glowing cursor, are not. Natasha, wow, she's bad. She can only level through staving things to death, or to life, as it were in this case. She has to do that for 7 more levels, and Molder's just better. And then Gilliam. He's not a bad character, he just doesn't keep up. And as we said, his replacement already happened. And if we need an archer, Anessa's here. And believe it or not, we're still not done getting usable characters. We'll get another caster who's good. We'll get another caster who's not good. And then we'll get, I think, one more. We're also going to get our idiot friends who are not good. And with that, Tenna's now pretty much unstoppable. Except by snipers. Snipers will stop her. Hey look, it's Walter. Walter is still awful. Pablo's been going around assassinating everybody. Hey look, it's a little kid that knows a little bit of magic. looks like we're going to be led by a little kid. Okay, and that ends Chapter 10. Apparently, after doing Chapter 9 and then 10, we get a couple new floors of the Tower of Volney. We're probably not going to do that for a little bit, though. Next time, we head through the mountains. I'm going to adjust my inventory a little bit between then and now. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one. I'll see you then.